Hello footballers, and welcome back to our channel where we bring you the most exciting stories surrounding the beautiful game. Saudi clubs have targeted all players, from veterans to young promising talents, and their primary tactic to persuade these players to the Gulf: money, money and more money. 8 out of the 10 highest paid footballers in the world are now playing in the SPL. It's in the culture of this Gulf country to treat guests like kings, and these players are no different, so that's why they're living the royal life during their stay in Saudi Arabia. Now hit those like and subscribe buttons and make sure to watch until the end of the video as we show you the luxurious lifestyles of these footballers. Why and how is Saudi Arabia spending this fortune on football? Well, Saudi Arabia's decision to start investing in football didn't come overnight. In fact, it's been in the works since 2016. Yes, 7 years ago, the Saudi government launched a program called the Saudi Vision 2030, Project 2030. This program aims to increase the country's diversification economically, socially and culturally. To simplify it, Saudi Crown Prince and Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman want to change the world's perception of the whole country by 2030. Saudi Arabia no longer wants to be viewed as a regressive oil-based country. Significant decisions were taken in the last few years. Women can now drive cars, and the country started holding big events and festivals. But let us focus on what we're here for: football. Think about it. Is there any better sport than football to bring the world's attention to your country? That's why Saudi Arabia started targeting big football players to persuade them to join the league. The whole world was talking about Cristiano Ronaldo's move back in January, and people were more impressed when Karim Benzema decided to follow during the summer. But things didn't end there. Riyad Mahrez, Sadio Mane, Neymar, Ruben Neves, Laporte and many other well-known footballers joined Saudi clubs. Not only that, the country also managed to bring one of football's hottest prospects. The 21-year-old midfielder, Gabri Veiga, was on the brink of joining Serie A champions Napoli. Cristiano Ronaldo was made the highest paid footballer in the world. All of Benzema, Neymar, Kante, Mane, Henderson and even Koulibaly were offered humongous contracts that put them in the top 10 list of highest earners in football. But how is Saudi Arabia doing this? Where do the clubs get all of this money? Well, don't worry, we've got you. But first, quickly hit those like and subscribe buttons. Okay, surely you're aware of Newcastle United's success during last season. Eddie Howe led the Magpies to a 4th spot finish in the Premier League, which guaranteed them their first Champions League participation since 2002. The club is also spending big, but in an intelligent way. They bought the likes of Alexander Isak, Bruno Gimenez and Sandro Tonali, whilst helping other players rediscover their form. But did you know Newcastle were in a relegation battle just a year before? Yes, the club was struggling under Steve Bruce's management and the ownership of Mike Ashley. The Magpies won just 2 games of their first 20 matches in the 21-22 season and were ranked 19th in the league. However, the club was put up for sale, and this is when the magic happened. In 2021, the Saudi Public Investment Fund became the majority shareholder and the de facto owner of Newcastle United. They immediately invested to save the club from relegation, and they went on to have an impressive 22-23 season. What does that have to do with the SPL? Well, leading up to the 23-24 season, the Saudi Arabia Ministry of Sport announced that the country's public investment fund will take over 75% stakes in all of Al Ahly, Al Ittihad, Al Hilal and Al Nassr, which are SPL's 4 founding members. Where does the PIF get all its money from? Well, imagine a colossal savings account for the whole country, or, to be exact, for the Saudi families with close ties to the Saudi ruling family. That is precisely what the PIF is. It was created in 1971 and is currently among the largest sovereign wealth funds in the world, with total estimated assets of 776 billion. So now you can understand why and how Saudi clubs pay these footballers 5 and 6 times their previous salaries. Which brings us on to the main point of our video: the king's lives these footballers are currently living in Saudi Arabia. But if you think all they got was huge salaries, oh boy, we have got some news for you. We'll start with the most obvious one: Cristiano Ronaldo. Put aside, if you can, his $200 million a year salary. Ronaldo is also being treated differently in Saudi Arabia. The Portuguese star was gifted a luxury watch worth £92,000, which features his trademark celebration on the back. The timepiece has a garish green design and features 26 white diamonds as part of the custom design. The five-time Ballon d'Or winner was also invited to attend Saudi Arabia's celebrations on its national day. He was basically the face of the ceremonies, wearing the traditional Saudi attire, dancing with a sword in his hand, and draped with a Saudi Arabian flag around his shoulders. But Ronaldo isn't the only one taken care of. He and his family stay at the Four Seasons Hotel at the 267-metre-tall Kingdom Centre. The family are staying in the Kingdom Suite. It has a spectacular view of Riyadh, and the building is also home to designer boutiques, including Gucci and Louis Vuitton. He is literally being treated like a king. But wait a moment, another player is receiving similar treatment. It's the 2022 Ballon d'Or winner and the second highest paid footballer in the world, Karim Benzema. Benzo received a presidential welcome when he first arrived in the Arabian Kingdom. He was unveiled in a luxurious Arabian palace where he signed his contract, with hundreds of fans flooding the venue's entrance. It's well known that Karim is a massive admirer of fast cars. He already has a monstrous collection worth over £6 million. But he didn't wait long to add another vehicle using his Saudi money. The French forward shared a picture on Instagram sitting in his new BMW M5 competition. This car is worth €150,000. Some people don't even get to save that amount in their entire lives. But wait a second, things are about to get crazier, and we mean a lot crazier. Neymar Jr., the Brazilian maverick with all the tricks and flicks, has been the latest megastar to join the Saudi Pro League. The 31-year-old will earn €4.80 per second, €288 per minute, and €17,280 per hour. That's just based on his salary, so brace yourselves for what we have next in store for you. First, the Brazilian was sent a special aircraft to bring him to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Prince Al-Walid bin Talal sent his private flying palace, the Boeing 747, to bring Neymar to his new home. And yes, the plane is called the Flying Palace. The prince purchased it in 2003 for an estimated $220 million and has since spent millions more on refurbishing the aircraft to his tastes. It has a 14-seat dining room, a conference room, 2 private bedrooms, a prayer room, and even a grand piano. It is a literal flying palace. And do you think that's all Neymar's getting? Think again. The Brazilian has reportedly asked for a 25-bedroom mansion with 3 saunas, a pool, and a fleet of high-end cars. Of course, Neymar would need someone to serve him in his new castle, so 5 full-time workers were brought in addition to the sous chef who would assist Neymar's personal chef from Brazil. And wait, we still have more. The Brazilian will be paid $500,000 for every social media post promoting the country. And even then, let's not mention the wins and goal bonuses, because things would get really out of hand. What a life of luxury to be a footballer and treated like kings in Saudi Arabia. We were just as shocked as you are when we learned about all these facts. Seriously, these players have secured their family's future for generations to come. We hope you enjoyed our video. Once again, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and we hope to see you soon. And why not stick around? Please make sure to watch this recent video from True Footballers. As always, thanks for being part of the True Footballers community. Until next time.